I had a good relationship with Coach Charlie Strong, but I mean, just as far as I wasn't really sure whether or not he was going to be there if I decided to come there. And I mean, Coach Urban is a good coach, but I mean, I really didn't talk to him too much throughout my recruiting process. I mean, I talked to him a little when he was at Houston, and he tried to make a late push for me, with the Coach Fickle thing. But at that point in time, it was just too late, and I already had my mind made up where I wanted to go, and there was no looking back at that point.
Do you remember on one of your visits here, the first time you went and talked with Urban in his office and just what that experience was like? And, because all our recruits talk about, either the first time they met a head coach or being in his office, and I just want to know what kind of Urban's approach was with you.
The first time I met him, we was really just cracking jokes, and he was, kind of, I guess, making jokes on me just as much as I was making jokes on him. So it was just fun and laughs, really, and he was just telling us how, when I first came up here, Jeff was with me on my visit, so he was just cracking jokes on both of us and, just trying to both get us to come here. And at the time, he was more so recruiting Jeff because I don't think he was really sure whether or not I was going to, I guess, leave Texas because everyone thought I was going to go to UT at the time. So,
speaking of cracking jokes, one of the funniest stories I've heard is you telling Coach Meyer that you were committing to Alabama. He threw his phone and all that. It takes some guts to do that. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course, I was committed on that Thursday, and I told Coach Meyer and them, and I told Alabama to come down Wednesday because that's the only two in-homes I was going to do before I made my decision. And I mean, they both came in. We talked, and I was kind of undecided that night. And then the next day, I mean, I made up my mind. And my parents was like, "Will you at least just tell us before tweet it out and stuff?" And Coach Meyer then was texting me, and the coach from Alabama, he was still trying to do some recruiting. So I already knew I was going to come here, but I just felt like messing around. That's this type of guy I am. I like cracking jokes, having fun. So I told my parents that I was going to Alabama, and I texted Coach Meyer and Coach Fickle that I was like, "Thank you for everything you've done for me, but I'm rolling with the Tide. I roll Tide." And it was just funny all around. It was funny.
That's what Jeff was saying. He said you're quite the jokester. So that wasn't something you planned, like what we're going to do all along, just kind of like maybe
it just
last
happened
minute
in a moment.
Yeah,
it was just something in the moment. It wasn't nothing I just slept on and thought about and planned.
How much time, so you text Coach Meyer and say, "I'm going to Alabama." How much time between that and you telling him that you were going to Ohio State?
I didn't even tell him. My dad called him and congratulated him, and when he called him, he was just confused. He was like, "What do you mean?" He just texted me saying he was going to Alabama. So my dad had to break it down to him, and he was just like, "Oh my gosh, I'll never do that again."
And didn't you put something on Twitter? Didn't you announce your commitment on Twitter? Mm-hmm. And that was before your dad called Coach Meyer, or did you put that on Twitter after your dad called Coach Meyer?
That was before my dad called Coach Meyer.
Okay. Coach Meyer obviously wasn't checking his Twitter account.
Yeah, him, Coach Fickle, and Beck was confused. Matter of fact, Tate had to. I think when I texted Coach Fickle, he was with Coach Beck in Las Vegas visiting Tate Martell now, and Tate had to throw them his phone to show him to get them to understand because they were still mind boggled, I guess.
Why did you want to do that?
I really can't tell you. It was just something that happened in the moment.
Okay. It's funny, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it is funny.
Has there been any retribution so far as extra sprints or anything like that they've got you back for, or are you still waiting on that?
He got me back already. It was when I was back home in school, and I was in the class, and he texted me, and he was like, "Call me when you with your mom." And my mom's assistant principal at my school, so I knew it was obviously something serious. So I was like, "Mom, come to the office right quick." So I meet him there, and we call him. And she puts this phone on speakerphone, so I'm listening. He's like, "Hey, what's up, Baron?" And I think this is right when the Rams had fired Jeff Fisher. He's like, "Hey, what's up, man? I'm just calling to let you know the LA Rams had offered me the job, and I'm going to take it." And I'm just sitting there, and I'm looking, and then my mouth just dropped, like I don't even know what to say. I'm just speechless. And I'm just sitting there, and he's, "Hello?" And I'm not even saying nothing. I'm mad. I'm just listening. He's like, "You there?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm there." And then like a few minutes passed, he's like, "I'm just messing with you." And I wasn't laughing though. So he got me back. I see how he felt. And I was really more so mad because my mom was in it on it too. They planted together.
Cold-blooded.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I'm just like, wow. But I guess I had that coming. And then he's like, "That's my payback, so don't ever do that to me again." So I ain't been messing with him too much after that.